Hey YouTube, Jim Miller here, helping you find and keep the love of your life. I'm doing this X-Pack series, Get Your X-Pack series, and I kind of wanted to change the channel just a little bit today and focus more on you while you're trying to get your X-Pack and where you are, not tactics to get your X-Pack. But there's a mindset that I want you to, I talked about mindset the other day, but there's a mindset that I want you to avoid. Something that I think you need to avoid, and that's the if only. And forgive me, these are kind of unscripted, and I'm not a professional videographer by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe one day I'll get some better equipment and clean this up a little bit. But right now I just want to talk from the heart. I know that, you know, my last breakup, the last breakup that I went through, the thing that went through my mind was the if onlys. If only. You know, if only I had said this, if only I hadn't have done that, if only this, if only that. If only will only cause you pain. You can't go back and change anything at this point. The only thing you can do is to look at what your behavior was and figure out where to go from here. If you're given another opportunity, and even if you're not given another opportunity with your ex, if you get into another relationship, you know, take this information, take the if only information and evaluate it and realize that, hey, these were mistakes you made. Learn from them. Don't beat yourself up with them. It's so easy to do, to look at everything that we've done wrong in a relationship and every fight that we've had and everything that, you know, every mistake that we've made and beat ourselves up about it. You're not doing anybody any good, and it doesn't help your emotional well-being either. What ends up happening is that you end up losing confidence as opposed to gaining confidence. So if you can look at the mistakes that you made and learn from them, that's what needs to happen in, you know, if you get back with your ex or in another relationship. That's how we learn. You know, your ex made plenty of mistakes too, and you know, we all want to think, oh, she was perfect or he was perfect, you know, and I was the mistake in the relationship. That's not true. We all make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes in relationships. We say the wrong things. We do the wrong things. I can remember one time there was something that I did, and I won't go into any detail, but I had made a trip and had failed to mention it. And, you know, my girlfriend at the time, I remember her saying, you know, for someone who's so thoughtful, that was just the most thoughtless thing you've ever done. And it hurt me. And I beat myself up over it for a long time. But then I realized, I can't change that. I cannot go back and fix that. She didn't talk to me for a couple of days, and then, you know, after that, things kind of went back on an even keel back then. But the if-onlys will really bother you. You can't go back and change what you've done. The only thing you can do is promise yourself to do better in the future. Now, that being said, some of those if-onlys are maybe just who you are, you know, my personality. And I'm not going to change myself a great deal for anybody. I've touched on this briefly in another video, but if you've got real character defects that are bothering you, that are bothering other people, and you think, you know, maybe I need to look at that, maybe I need to fix that, then maybe that's what you need to do. But don't do it for someone else. Don't change who you are. Don't change your core values for anybody else. If you're with a partner or your ex wanted you to change some of your core values or core who you are, then maybe you don't belong with that person. You know, I'm a firm believer that some relationships should end. As much as we love each other, as much as we care for each other, as much as this feels so right at the moment, you know, there may be some core value differences, you know, and so don't change yourself. You've made mistakes, yes, okay, but were they really mistakes? You know, maybe they were taken by mistake from the person that you were dealing with, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's a bad thing. So maybe that person was just incompatible. If you do find these things, and you have an opportunity to talk with someone, with your ex about that or whatnot, you know, communication is key. Honest and open two-way communication is key, and so many of us are terrified of that. I know I am. It's something that I'm still working on. Being able to communicate my real feelings. You know, in a breakup, when you're in a breakup, you know, you just want desperately to let the other person know how much you love them and what you feel. And if only I had an opportunity to say that one more time, you know. That opportunity may come, okay? But you have to deal with yourself first. You do you. You become the best version of yourself that you can be. That's attractive. And if not to your ex, then that'll be attractive to somebody else. You know, I believe there's multiple someones out there for everyone. I don't believe there is just a one. You look up on Google, one-itis, you know, it's just that's the one person that I'm meant to be with. I believe there are many people that could be compatible with anyone. And the job is to eventually find them, and they will show up. If you're living your life and you're doing what means a lot to you, you will attract these people into your life. It may be your ex, it may be someone else. But if you're in a breakup right now and you're hurting, which is okay, don't beat yourself up with the if onlys, because that can go on forever. If only. You can't change it. Accept it, learn from it, and move on. Anyway, that's about all I had to say today. I appreciate you all tuning into the channel. If you like this and you feel like you're getting value, subscribe to the channel. Give it a like down below. Also, down in the description, I have a link to a free ebook of mine, 7 Simple Ways to Get Your Ex Back. Click on that, and it won't answer all your questions, but it'll get you started. If that's something that you've decided you want to try and pursue your ex and try and get back together with your ex, download the book, read it. It has some really good information in it. Again, it won't answer everything, but again, I appreciate you tuning in. Like and subscribe. I'm Jim Miller, trying to help you find and keep the love of your life. Have a great day. Thank you.